Hello, I'm Jason McIntosh, and this is a short talk that I originally presented to O'Reilly Media's Ignite Boston event in May 2007. I am president and founder of Volity Games. We are a company based entirely on open technology, and our main thing is Volity, an open platform for real-time multiplayer games. You could crudely but not incorrectly think of it as an open Yahoo Games. Volity is based on open technologies and is itself an open protocol, documented as a wiki at volity.org. This protocol is based on Jabber, the open instant messaging and present sharing standard, and is implemented as a small set of functions that are passed around the Jabber network as remote procedure calls. You can play Volity games right now. The Volity network is running at volity.net and includes games by several folks, as well as public tools to register and monitor games that you add yourself. Because that's half the point of Volity, providing developers with a way to make online games quickly. As a Volity game developer, you'd write game logic using one of our free code libraries, but what you wouldn't do is write network handlers or authentication methods or communication code of any sort. Basically, any problem that is common to all network multiplayer games is handled for you on the protocol or library or client level. Once your game's logic is taken care of, you'd write an SVG document for the game's user interface, and then your game's ready to play online. Here's a little screenshot of Tic-Tac-Toe, Volity's Hello World example that shows up in a lot of our documentation. Volity is all about language neutrality. We have complete library support for both Perl and Python, and fans of other languages are free to add their own implementations of the Volity protocol to our Subversion repository. We love to see technologies as well as people play nice together. Here's some screenshots of games that you can play on the Volity network right now. We've got Flux, an implementation of a card game published by our friends at Looney Labs, that's a small game company in Maryland. Space Station Assault is another card game implementation. This one's produced in the real world by Your Move Games, based in Somerville, Massachusetts. That makes them neighbors of ours. Werewolf is a party game about bloody mob violence, the design and implementation of which are both by Andrew Plotkin, one of Volity's core team members. Finally, just to prove that Volity can support games you've actually heard of, here's Hearts. This one's also interesting for being one of our first real community-contributed games, in this case, written by our friend Austin Henry. The Volity Network website provides community-building tools that are centered around game playing. As you play, you build up a public play history, which includes ratings based on the ELO system. That's something originally devised for chess, but adaptable to N-player games. And reputation that's generated by your fellow players via a dig-like system. The handsome devil in this example has apparently just impressed someone with his good sportsmanship and is getting rewarded with a reputation boost. All this information is also programmatically available through Volity's open API. Now to talk a little about the direction that Volity's headed. It started life several years ago as the pet project of an SVG fanboy, yours truly, and this is reflected in the fact that, while the protocol is open to any UI language, SVG has really been the only one that we've practically supported so far. Gamut, our free client software, uses Batik, the Apache XML project's excellent Java library for SVG. With Batik's help, Gamut can browse and load SVG-based game documents from anywhere on the internet. You better believe that this all seemed like a good idea at the time. However, one of the most important lessons we learned last year, from initial user feedback and talking to folks at game conventions and even speaking with potential investors, is that people don't want to download and install desktop applications if they feel they shouldn't have to. End users increasingly expect applications that they can run instantly in their browsers with little or no setup, and this is especially true when it comes to entertainment like games and online movies. Yeah, I know, who knew? So we're calling 2007 the year of the web client. As of May, we've started porting all of our client software to HTML. Our goal is, by year's end, to support both pure HTML and HTML-embedded game UIs, including Flash and Java applets, and yes, SVG applets for browsers that feel up to the task. Here's the top half of a screenshot showing our Hello World program, Tic-Tac-Toe, running as a pure dynamic HTML application. It's included with the HTML port of TestBench, our main UI development tool, which was the first part of this porting effort that we released. And that's it. We need more game-loving hackers to come help us out with this project. Come visit volity.org to browse our documentation wiki, and check out volity.net for everything else, including lots of games that you can play by yourself or with friends. Thank you very much.